Good morning. I have a school lab for my Master Gardener class. I'm taking a program at UNR. So today we have a lab at the Extension office in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we're going over vermiculture, cactus basics, I think, and plant identification a little bit, and getting a tour of the gardens there. So I'll take you along. It should be fun.
We have Loris nobilis on this one. So which one is the genus and which one's the specific epithet?
Loris is the genus.
Yes. Nobilis is the specific epithet. Bay laurel that we were just looking at. Like when we're looking at the morphology, what's different? The leaves.
Monocots.
Yes, they are monocots. That is true. What makes them monocots?
What is the vine that's growing?
That is creeper. We have two vines. We have a trumpet vine over there, and then this is Virginia creeper.
Oh.
They have different structures. So we have differentiated layers here, where we have this is the bark, and then underneath the bark we would have the paraderm. We have phloem. Right?
Got those two trees right there, and we added all this area over the last 3 years. Nice. It's pretty much divided into sections. We have areas of the cactus garden where we try to keep certain varieties of cacti or succulents, because we do have a few succulent varieties here. This area we call the euphorbium. I want you to take a look at this one right here, because this is what you're going to be planting in your cutting today. This is called a pencil cholla. Obviously, it's not a puncha. We have chollas along the fence line, but this is the variety of cacti that you will be planting at the planting station today. Which is this white powdery substance you see, cottony-like thing. It's actually a mite, a little red mite that creates this white cocoon over it. And how we treat this is we usually douse it with a heavy-duty spray of water, and then you can spray it with like neem oil or something like that. But we found that works best for us is to really douse it with a hard spray of water. The little mite, it's actually used, they actually cultivate this mite in certain parts of the country, because when you squeeze it, it gives out like a red
Isn't that
juice.
where they get like red 40 or something?
Yes,
from?
natural dyes, lipstick, Skittles, red vines, M&Ms. The red color is made from these little insects. When you squeeze them, they like squeeze red. Actually, Mexican ironwoods, native to the Sonoran Desert. And what's unusual about, they get a beautiful pea-like flower on them. And actually, this year was the first year there's still some seed on the ground. They get a pod like this, a seed pod, which you actually don't have to scarify to plant. So we actually collected some of them, and we're going to plant them and seed. But in Mexico, they're considered a nursery or a mother plant to several, I think they said up to 247 different plants grow under this tree. In other words, it nurses or mothers it. One of the varieties it commonly does is like the saguaro, a small saguaro cacti. So basically, this tree is the mother to saguaros. So if you were out in a native environment, you might see several varieties of plants, including saguaros, growing under these trees until they're well established.
So you're all in the Master Gardener program?
Rich soil that you'd use for your other flowers. Because remember, the cactus are just out there in the desert and our soil, and it is, some people don't call it. So anyway, you can feel those. And then the other thing, we're always going to be using, well, not always, because like, oh, okay, this is a good example. Do you see these tongs?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, today, off of my plants, but you see that this you're not going to have like big spikes, or some of the older parts of it I noticed have little spikes, but not on any of this new growth.
Woohoo!
The date of the lab you're reporting, you'll click on that. So today, that's what we did, vermicomposting, cacti, and plant identification. But we're gonna have you take this piece of paper and start a plant diary. And so on one piece of paper, it will have the name of the plant and a photo of the plant. Down at the bottom, you can make a little table or a little tab list that says scientific name, genus, and species. You learned all about that. And then what kind of soil is it like? You know, alkaline, acidic, whatever, moist, dry, well drained, all of those different things. How much sunlight, partial, full, morning, afternoon. If David mentions, you know, this is a chase tree and it's the one that you see with the spikes of purple flowers, and it's called chased, but it's messy. It's called chased because when it drops the flowers and makes seeds, those seeds you can grind up to make tea, and they have an effect on men that makes them chaste. So they fed it to the monks in the Southwest to keep them calm, to keep them chaste, and so that's why it's called the chaste tree.